This is Lacey. She was my best friend. We were so close that we often referred to each other as sisters. Lacey was a talented coach and horse trainer. She had a love of life and learning and was tougher than most. While her list of accomplishments was a mile long, her greatest joy was that of being a mother to her daughter, Aspen Rain. Lacey's eyes would light up whenever she spoke about her daughter, and she couldn't wait to experience all the stages of life with her. But Lacey will never get to see her daughter grow up. After a gunshot was fired in the early hours of the morning almost 1 year ago, Lacey's life was cut short. Lacey J. Cushel was shot and killed on February 25th, 2017 by this man, Tyler James Slagerman. Tyler admitted to accidentally shooting Lacey, the fatal shot nearly claiming their daughter Aspen, who was merely 6 months old at the time as well. Tyler has been charged with unintentional manslaughter and child endangerment. Aspen was then placed in the protective custody of her maternal grandparents, Lonnie and Betsy Cushel. Todd County has ruled for the CHIPS file to remain open for protective custody until March of 2018, after the child endangerment case is settled. While Tyler claims the gunshot was accidental, his true intentions will always be in question by those who loved Lacey the most. This is not Tyler's first offense or running with the law. Tyler's criminal rap sheet includes forgery, theft, driving under the influence, as well as the impersonation of a police officer. Numerous questions remain. Is Todd County and its elected officials and hired personnel doing their due diligence? Is this Todd County's attempt to sweep a domestic violence case under the rug? Has Aspen's best interest been considered? And shouldn't our local government be held accountable for the actions they do or do not take to keep their communities safe? Todd County's district attorney has been less than attentive or helpful to the Cushel family. At one point, he even stated that if he could just make this all go away, he would. Overall, he has seemed to have very little interest in hearing the family's requests from day one. Child Protection ignored 2 out of the 3 assessments that were conducted upon Tyler. One of the dismissed assessments clearly stated the vast issues with his anger and temper, and instead accepted the one assessment conducted by a therapist they use quite often, which stated that the therapist saw no need for Tyler to attend therapy. Child Protection also called for a full assessment of Aspen. The therapist never made an attempt to observe Aspen in her maternal grandparents' home environment, which is usually standard protocol for multiple observations and a DC 0 to 5 assessment. Child Protection also avoided the guardian ad litem and did not follow her recommendations. Tyler failed to meet most, if not many, of the court's recommendations given in the CHIPS petition, but yet they proceeded with the reunification plan. Todd County attorneys were given photos of Tyler with alcohol, which was a direct violation of his release, and they chose to do nothing. This brings up the important question that if Todd County does not follow through with their own laws and protocol, then why would anyone else? What kind of example is this setting? The trial was set to begin at the Todd County Courthouse in Long Prairie, Minnesota on February 13th. That is, until the family was notified on Thursday, February 8th, that the trial was canceled, and instead it would be proceeding with a plea hearing. This again is another prime example of Todd County's tendencies to make changes without providing any answers or explanation to the family. While friends and family of Lacey J. Cushel continue to pray that justice be served, there is also a very real fear that Tyler James Slagerman will be let off the hook with a symbolic slap on the wrist and case closed. These are the facts. We cannot let Lacey's death be in vain. This is not just to raise awareness of the upcoming plea hearing and share the truth about what happened, as well as our experience with Todd County. It's also to express an urgent call to action. Lacey's story is just one of thousands with domestic violence and abuse at its core. Statistically, 3 women are killed every day in the U.S. by a current or former male partner. 38,028,000 women have experienced physical, intimate partner violence in their lifetimes. Think about the women in your life. Mothers, daughters, sisters, and beloved friends. Think about the role these women have in your life and how it would turn your entire world upside down if something ever happened to them. Lacey is gone. A life cut short. A little girl left to grow up without her mother. Let her story inspire you to stand up. Do not remain silent. Do not allow domestic violence to be swept under the rug any longer. I thank you for your time and for listening and for your continued support of the Kushel family.